Good morning, you guys, and welcome to Cup of Joe. I'm your host, Jordy, and today I am joined with
Ian.
Oh yeah, we are excited to be here. Hopefully, you guys had a great start to your week, and we're excited for it's a Twins Wednesday tonight.
Yes.
We had our MegaSota game night last night, and I hope you guys are tuning in all day long as we're gonna be streaming to you live on all those brand new Pilot TVs, your Pilot Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, on YouTube as well as on Twitch. Both of our channel names are under the name MegaSota for you guys.
Yeah, definitely check in on those streams as well as check out some locations that just got some brand new Pilot TVs. And those locations that are getting them installed this week are Poots Tavern, Mankato Bar, Fast Eddie's, Katie's Place, The Bar Goodview, Corner Bar and Grill Winstead, Kegs Bar, Uptown Bar Waverly, The Red Vest, and Billy's Rockford.
Those are some great locations getting those Pilot TVs, so guys, definitely go check those out. And we got a lot of reasons for you guys to be doing so as we get our bingo day started off with that Twins bingo jackpot. We're going to be trying to give it out in 10 games, and it's got over $8,158 on the line. You can always take that home in 52 balls or less.
How you feeling today? You feeling pretty lucky? We're playing that
yes.
Twins bingo today, so I'm pretty excited
Today's
for
the day.
it. Hopefully we can give out $8,000 from 12 to 1. But we do have a Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition game that comes right after that. There's a minor jackpot that we'd love to highlight as it's at $100 already. And if you don't know, that minor jackpot clicks up 4 balls every time it clicks up $50. So it's already clicked up from 52 all the way to 60 balls or less, being at that $100 amount.
Absolutely, that is a great one, and it's going to be going out fairly soon, so make sure you guys are primed and ready right at 1 p.m. to try and take that home. We also have some Skull Bingo opportunities for you guys tonight, and we're starting off the day with that coverall prize at $16,803.60. You can always take it home in 50 balls or less, and you guys are going to have plenty of opportunities at trying to take that home today.
Yeah, definitely great stuff there for our jackpot watch list. But we got some jackpots that went out yesterday that we'd love to talk about. The first one being Sitka over at Big Winnie's Bar, who took home $608. The first jackpot of that Tuesday.
Nicely done. Next up, we had longtime player Forget UD over at VFW Austin taking home $639.
Good job, Forget UD. And the final jackpot of Tuesday went out to Snack Pack over at Vic's Bar and Grill Moorhead, taking home $962 on the final game of our MegaSota game night in Jackpot Jungle.
Nicely done. That is a great jackpot to take home. Nicely done to all of our winners yesterday, and we got a lot of chances at you guys becoming jackpot winners today. And a great chance at becoming a jackpot winner is by checking out our latest E-Tab game, Lots of Loons. It's definitely a lot of fun, and you guys will definitely want to check out that Loons bonus round where you get to snap a picture of a loon. And if you get the best picture, you take home the biggest prize.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff in that game of Lots of Loons. And let's check out if it's going to be some great weather over in St. Cloud, Minnesota, as it looks to be high temperatures but a little rainy. It's going to be mixed clouds and sun this morning. Scattered thunderstorms develop this afternoon with a high of 80 degrees. Winds at east at 5 to 10 miles per hour with that chance of rain sitting right around 40%.
Absolutely. So definitely be in the know about that. And that humidity is going to continue to rise into the evening. It's going to be looking at about 95% humidity. It is going to cool off just a little, though. It's going to be a low of 61 degrees with some scattered thunderstorms throughout the evening. Some cloudy skies after midnight, but that wind is going to be light and variable for you guys.
Definitely some great stuff there. But I'm super excited about the great bingo that we have in store today. As from 12 to 1, right after we get off this show, we're playing that Twins bingo. We got $8,158 on the line, and you can also earn some points towards our Twiking Zone standings.
That's right, and we've had a couple shakeups from just yesterday, and so starting it off, our 10th and 9th place players did a little switcheroo. And now in 10th place, we have Juicy Loser over at VFW Columbia Heights, sitting with 44,000 points. But the player that was able to push past him is T-Bone over at Poppers, now in 9th, who has 45,000 points.
Ooh, definitely a big time rise for T-Bone as they've went back and forth the last 2 days. But outside of that, there was no other shakeups. But there's definitely some races that I'd love to highlight, as there's some players really creeping up on each other. And we got to hop all the way to the 100,000 point club when we start talking about these races, because in 5th place, we got Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven with 109,000 points. Only 3,000 points behind the number 4 player, Mikey Wins, over at Steve O's with 111,000 points. Yeah, I'm corrected. A 2,000 point difference between these two players.
That's definitely some close-knit stuff. Those players have been neck and neck. Nan and Mikey Wins. They've definitely been trying to compete with each other to take over that 4th place spot. And so we're going to be having to see if Mikey Wins has what it takes to hold on to that position.
Oh, yeah. We'll see when we play Twins Bingo from 12 to 1 today. But we have another race we need to talk about.
That's right. In 3rd place, it's Scrub-Eye at VFW Blaine, who sits with 127,000, but only 2,000 ahead of him with 129,000. In 2nd place, it's longtime player Sinbob over at Bedrock.
Yeah, definitely a big-time race there, as those players are always in the top 10s. But the number 1 player is a big-time one. He was at the top of our standings last season before dropping back quite a bit after changing his name. But he's kept with the same name, and he's been able to acquire 140,000 points, and that's Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park. Great job to you in this season 12.
Absolutely, that's some good stuff. Sinbob was originally neck and neck with them, but now her rivalry is now with Scrub-Eye, so we'll have to be looking out for that during our lunchtime shows. Well, on the location side of things, there's some more tight-knit races going on, as there wasn't any actual shakeups taking place, but we'll still highlight a couple of those races, as in 10th place, it's the Floppy Crappie at Pokegama Township, who sits with 50,000 points. But with 52,000 right ahead of him in 9th place, it's Cooper's Restaurant in Egan.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not a lot of close races either outside of that 2,000 point gap between those two locations. There's a significant gap between each one of these locations. Well, I'll go over some of these clubs, as the 100,000 point club. In that club is Our Place on 3rd and Faribault, VFW Blaine, and Poppers in Virginia, some top tier locations. Poppers in Virginia leading the pack, trying to get into that 200,000 point club. But we already got 2 other locations in that club, with Corky's Bar South Haven with 222,000 points, and American Legion Fridley in 2nd place with 281,000 points. And that number 1 location leading the pack, it's VFW Spring Lake Park, the reigning champions in these. They won season 11, trying to win season 12 now, and they have 365,000 points.
Yeah, they broke the records just last season that we've seen in the Twiking Zone, so we'll have to see if they're on track to do so this season and try and break that record repeatedly.
It seems like there's a lot more close races with them, so I'd be surprised if they broke that record again, since they ran away with it last season. Like,
absolutely.
It was, no one was even close, it felt like. But it seems like there's actually some locations that might be able to push them for that 1st place spot. But a little outside of our live bingo, we got some really great E-Tab games.
That's right. Right now we're listening to Wild Walleye. It's an awesome E-Tab game that we all know and love, so definitely go check that out. But if that doesn't sound up to your speed, we have over 50 different charitable E-Tab games that you guys can choose to play at any time. All of our games have 85% payout and huge prizes up to $1,500. They even have small bets between 50 cents and $5, awesome bonus rounds, and free play rounds that you guys can win as well.
Definitely some great stuff. And we got great live bingo happening all day. So, you know, you can choose those E-Tabs, or you can choose from 1 to 4, a little Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition. That mega prize is sitting at $25,000. Tough ball count to hit at 43 balls or less. But the major prize is looking really nice, as it's at $3,305 at 50 balls or less, and is pretty close, a few $100s away from clicking up from 50 to 51. So I'd be expecting that click up to happen during that 1 to 4 time. And then obviously the minor jackpot, we highlighted it. It's already at $100. You could take it home in 60 balls or less. It can definitely go out at that ball count.
Absolutely, guys. So definitely go check out the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter, as that's what leads you right into our happy hour stream from 4 to 6 p.m. We have 2 rounds of Lucky 4 bingo right at 4 p.m. and then again at 6 p.m. And then right in the middle of those 2 rounds, we got 23 games of your first chances at playing some Skull Bingo for the night. We've already talked about that coverall prize, as it sits at $16,803. You can take it home in 50 balls or less. There's also a large frame at $6,594. You can take it home in 43 balls or less. And that line prize, it's starting the day out at $177. $1,000. You can take that one home in 10 balls or less.
Definitely some great stuff, and you're earning points towards our happy hour standings playing those games. And right now in our standings, we got in 10th place a three-way tie between Wolfstein at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, Crazy Kid over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, and Jay Surma over at Grumpy's Bar and Grill Roseville. They all have 10,000 points.
Absolutely, and then ties don't stop there, as our next one up is a three-way tie in 7th between Dustball 75 at Charlie Sports Bar and Grill, Tesla at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Kirby at American Legion Fridley. They all have 11,000 points.
Yeah, good job. Big time tie there. But it's a super close race between all these players, as 6th place is Lucky Ride over at South Street Saloon, 12,000 points. 5th place is Chica at Willie McCoy's of Andover with 13,000 points. Then just a 2,000 point jump to 4th place as we got Billany at VFW Blaine with 15,000 points. 3rd place is old Lars over at Onamia Vets Club with 17,000 points. The two players that we feel pretty confident about staying in these standings once we get these standings updated are Brother Nate and Funk. Brother Nate's in 2nd place at Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar Burnsville with 20,000 points. And Funk, who's a big-time player during Skull Bingo, Jackpot Hunter $1 edition when we were playing that, just gets a lot of wins. Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards has 38,000 points.
I can't wait to see when we get these standings updated. I think there's going to be a lot of different things happening in the tail end of these standings, but it'll be really exciting to see. Well, on the location side of things, we still have some ties going on there as well. Right before we get into a tie, we have our 10th place spot, Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel with 16,000 points. But right ahead of them in that 8th place tie, we have Barrel House Bar and Cafe in Coon Rapids and Willie McCoy's of Andover. They both have 17,000.
Yeah, 7th place with 19,000 is Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar Burnsville. Then you got to take a bit of a jump in 6th place because that's VFW Blaine with 23,000 points. With 26,000 points in 5th place, we got the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop. 4th place is American Legion Fridley with 33,000 points. With 44,000 points in 3rd place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. 2nd place is Onamia Vets Club with 46,000 points. And with 80,000 points in 1st place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids.
Absolutely. Do you think that Carboni's Pizza will still have the lead when we update these standings?
That's a tough question. I'm going to say yes. They are the top location. They're consistently at the top of these standings. I think they won it back-to-back seasons back in season 9 and 10, or it was 9 and 8 that they won back-to-back happy hour seasons. So I think they're a big-time location. It's just good to predict that location that already had a nice lead. So Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, I would say that they'll probably stay in 1st place.
All right, well, we'll have to see what happens when these standings get updated. But in the meantime, after that second round of Lucky 4 Bingo at 6 p.m., that has over $30,225 on the line, that's when you guys get left off to play a little bit of Skull Bingo before you'll have another interruption tonight. Wherever those big progressives lay off at the end of happy hour, that's what Skull Bingo will pick up as at 6 p.m., but you have all the way until 7 p.m., and then again at 9, going till 10 to play those Skull Bingo games. But from 7 to 9, you got an awesome interruption where Ian and I will be back in the Twins studio for a little Twins Wednesday. We have a lot of PGL points to be awarded tonight and a lot of jackpots to give out, and not to mention that grand finale game where we give 2 rounds of Wipeout Blackout, trying to give out as much cash as possible.
Oh yeah, it's an absolute great time, so make sure you guys are coming out for Twins Wednesday. It's my 2nd specialty night, so I'm feeling warmed up. I got warmed up last night by MegaSota game night. Me and Will had a great time giving out a bunch of PGL points, and if you guys want to be a part of that great night, you got to come out 6:40, and it happens every single Tuesday right at 6:40. Take home a bunch of PGL points, play a little bit of Skull Bingo maybe. We got a high-low game in that MegaSota game night, and even a Jackpot Jungle grand finale. It's the $1 edition, but there's $30,997 available on it, and you can win it in 54 balls or less.
That is a great prize to take home, so make sure you guys are coming out tonight and next Tuesday night for our specialty nights. It's a lot of fun. They're the only opportunities you have to take home PGL points. But the only way that you can take home those points is by making sure you're signed sign up at pgl.world. Once you're a member of the Pilot Gambling League, you'll be able to compete against each other for those PGL points and also get access to insider information like a monthly newsletter. It's got a lot of crucial information in there, especially about our annual event PyCon, which is officially sold out, but we can't wait to see you guys out there September 15th at the Ledge Amphitheater.
Yeah, it's great stuff. And even if you can't attend, make sure you guys are coming out to those bars and watching it with us, as we'll be releasing a lot of fun information, new games. It's going to be just a really great time during PyCon, whether you're at the bars watching from whatever location you're at or at the actual event at in Waite Park. But we got some players that just got signed up at PGL.world that are competing to get into those top 10s, and that's Nico, Linda, Squirrel, Hot Squirrel, Atomic Jaffe, Renee Baby, Mad Mike, Rivers 619, Andes, Auntie Angie, MX Brielle, Willie 2528, 1337, Sandra D, Space Dust, Gottwald, and Sherry W.
That is a great list of players signing up. Welcome, everybody, to the PGL.
I love the names. I absolutely love the names.
Okay, what's your favorite?
Well, I'm going to go with 1337 just because I feel like they're just like really judging the year 1337.
I know John was wondering if there was something that really bad that happened or that was just like really meh that happened in 1337.
That's what I feel like. There has to be. There has to be. I also really liked, what was it? Oh, I liked Hot Squirrel.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Do you got favorites?
Well, I want to find out what Mike is so mad about.
I just figure he's the cousin to Mad Max.
Oh.
Yeah, they're just related, and so he's one of the Mads.
Yeah, there's quite a few of you guys. You have some awesome player names signing up, so welcome to PGL, and hopefully you guys can come on to our PGL standings as we have one of those nights that you guys can award those PGL points tonight.
Yeah, but last night we had some shakeups to these standings, getting bumped back from 8th into 10th. We got Bucks over at Rustic Saloon with 349,000 points, and they got passed up by two different players, and but in 9th place, first of the two players that come from unranked into this top 10, it's Yak 2102 over at Riverbend Bar and Grill with 353,000 points. But we got to go through a few other players before we get to that next one that moved from unranked into these standings.
I know, they pushed a couple players back, and now getting pushed back from 7th into 8th, it's Deagle at Eagle St. James, now sitting with 358,000. With 391,000, the player that was pushed back from 6th place into 7th, it is Sloppy at Malone's Bar and Grill. But coming in from unranked, pushing all of those players back, now into 6th place, it's Nixon at VFW Roseville, who sits with 404,000 points.
Oh yeah, but that's not where the shakeups stop, as getting bumped back from 3rd into 5th, we got Keeves over at Clearwater Corners with 444,000 points. Getting bumped back from 5th into 4th, moving up actually from 5th into 4th, we got Devoided over at the Roadside with 444,000 points.
Absolutely.
Yeah, also moving up from 4th into 3rd, we got Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 476,000 points, and that's where our shakeups end, but we should still go over those two top players.
Absolutely. In 2nd place, it's Keith at Ibiza West, sitting with 493,000, and holding on to 1st place for yet another day, it is Forget UD at VFW Austin, sitting with 617,000.
Well, with all those shakeups on the player side of the PGL standings, you'd be expecting the location side to have a mass amount of shakeups as well. But no, that was not the case. There wasn't a single shakeup that happened on the location standings outside of one big event, and we got our #1 location into the 2 million point club. But before we do that, we should talk about some really tight races that are happening in these, as there's a really tight race happening between 10th and 9th place Corner Pocket and Rice with 1,165,000 points, and American Legion Fridley in 9th place with 1,177,000 7,000 points.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a tight-knit race going on, and it doesn't stop there. In 8th place, it's Clancy's on Island Lake with 1,206,000, with 1,243,000. In 7th place, it is Rusty Nail Thief River Falls.
Oh yeah, and they're in a three-way race really with those two other players with 1,266,000 points. In 6th place, we got Billy's Rockford. So I mean, really, really close stuff there.
Neck and neck.
Then you got to jump all the way up to 3rd place for our next race where I really care about it, and that's Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 1,811,000 points. They're trying to catch up to the Mabel Liquor Store, who has been competing for 1st place a lot of the time, but has lost a little bit of its points. Now is at 1,963,000 points. I mean, Howie's Sports Bar and Grill definitely coming around the corner, trying to catch up to them with that 1,811,000 points.
Absolutely, but the location that was able to get into the 2 million point club in 1st place, it is Poppers in Virginia, sitting with that 2,080,000 points. That is some really exciting stuff. But if you guys want to stay in the know about all things Pilot Games, go over to our Facebook page and give us a follow and a like. You'll be able to keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, event details, big progressives, player pictures, and utilize that link tree. It is a great resource to have, but now it's come time that we want to talk about a very important player and the charity they supported while playing Pilot Games.
Oh yeah, and that's Mad Dog over at Beer Stew Bar 2, who took home $18,372 over the weekend. And Mad Dog, as well as everyone playing at Beer Stew Bar 2, is supporting the Granite City Lumberjack Incorporated, MNG. Their mission is to provide an atmosphere that will enhance the development of top junior hockey players from around the world. Definitely some great stuff. We love hockey over in Minnesota, so always like a charity that supports that.
Absolutely. It's a great jackpot and an even better charity. You guys have just 10 minutes to jump into some Twins Bingo, where we're going to be back and trying to give out some cash. So remember, when you play Pilot Games, your community wins.
See you in 10. Lars over at Onami Vets Club with 17,000 points. Now with 20,000 points in 2nd place, we got Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar, Burnsville. And then number 1 player, it's Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 38,000 points.
Absolutely. Well, on the location side of things, in 10th place, we got Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel with 16,000 points. 8th place, we have a tie between Barrel House Bar and Cafe in Coon Rapids and Willie McCoy's of Andover, both with 17,000. With 19,000 points in 7th place, it's Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar, Burnsville. 6th place is VFW Blaine with 23,000. Then with 26,000 in 5th place is Tasty Pizza Hanger, 45 in Hilltop. 4th place is American Legion Fridley with 33,000. Then in 3rd, we got VFW Spring Lake Park with 44,000. With 46,000 points in 2nd place, it's Onami Vets Club. And then in 1st place, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 80,000 points.
Definitely some great stuff there, and we're super excited to see any kind of shakeups that are going to happen in these happy hour standings.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
Hey guys, we love our specialty nights. You can check those out on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for MegaSota game night as well as TwinsWinsDay, and those are your only chances at earning some PGO points.
Yeah, and on those players' side of the standings, these players have been earning points all season 12, and in 10th place, we got Panda over at the roadside with 276,105 points. With 277,540 points in 9th place, we got Sarah Honey at VFW Austin. 8th place is Bucks over at Rustic Saloon with 291,405 points. With 309,600 points in 7th place, we got Diesel over at Eagle St. James. 6th place is Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 337,130 points. With 343,510 points in 5th place, we got Devoided over at the roadside. 4th place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 370,000 points. With 400,705 points in 3rd place, we got Keeves over at Clearwater Corners. 2nd place is Bergar over at Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 420,530 points. With 498,490 points in 1st place, though, we got Forget You D over at Eagles Austin.
Absolutely. Well, on the location side of things, in 10th place, we have Corner Pocket and Rice with 1,054,780 points. With 1,119,905 points in 9th place, it's American Legion Fridley. 8th place is Clancy's on Island Lake in Park Rapids with 1,143,509 points. With 1,235,170 points in 7th place, it's Rusty Nail Thief River Falls. 6th place is Billy's Rockford, sitting with 1,259,940 points. Both 1,354,820 points in 5th place, it's Miltona Liquor Store. 4th place is VFW Northfield with 1,453,030 points. Now with 1,717,805 points in 3rd place, it's Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud. 2nd place is Mabel Liquor Store as they sit with 1,765,855 points. And in 1st place, we have Poppers in Virginia holding on to 1st place for another week, sitting with 1,918,675 points.
Yeah, well, if you guys want to be joining up in these standings, make sure you're coming out for Tuesday and Wednesday night, as well as being signed up at pgl.world and becoming a member of our league. There it is. 53 balls. Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of Twins Bingo. We got $8,205 of total prizes. This should be a really fun one as we were streaming live to you on the Pilot TV Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and on YouTube Live and Twitch.
Absolutely, guys. Go definitely check out those streaming platforms. But if you guys want to be in person watching us on a Pilot TV, the latest locations that just got them installed include Poots Tavern, Mankato Bar, Fast Eddie's, Katie's Place, The Bar Good View, Corner Bar and Grill Winstead, Kegs Bar, Uptown Bar Waverly, Red Vest, as well as Billy's Rockford.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. And all those Pilot TV locations are great places to view our PyCon event.
That's right.
So if you do have a Pilot TV near you and you guys want to be a part of that PyCon action, but weren't able to get signed up in time before we sold out, make sure you come out to one of those bars and you guys can see a bunch of new games, have just a lot of fun with us over at PyCon and see what we get into.
Absolutely. It's going to be a blast, but we got $7 on that line and large M and $8,206 on that jackpot. Hopefully we can give this out to you guys in the next 10 games and try and get you guys to be one of our lucky jackpot winners. And just yesterday we gave out 3 different jackpots, making it 22 for the last 7 days and 176 for season 12 so far.
Definitely great stuff. And getting us started off on Tuesday, we had Sitka over at Big Winnie's Bar taking home $608.
Nicely done. Now we got a winner on that line prize as Brenda over at Corky's Bar in South Haven is taking home, as well as Mikey Wins and Rick Lou. All 3 of them splitting up that $7 line prize. But that second jackpot that we gave out yesterday went out to Forget You D, longtime player over at VFW Austin, who took home $639.
Good job to those 2 players. But the final jackpot went out to Snack Pack over at Vic's Bar and Grill Moorhead, who took home $962. Definitely a great way to end off our MegaSota game night.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys didn't know, last night Ian and Will got to take the helm and host MegaSota game night. It was a lot of fun. It was a blast for you guys, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and I'm super excited to get my back-to-back specialty night game action, as I'm going to be back for a little Twins Wednesday with you, as we're going to try and give out some more of those PGL points. But outside of our live bingo, we have other games that we'd like you guys to play.
Absolutely. The latest ETAP game that we've released here at Pilot Games is called Lots of Loons. It's an awesome one that you guys definitely need to check it out. You even check out that Loons bonus round where you take the picture of the best loon, and if you get the best picture, you take home the biggest prize.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. Love Lots of Loons. It's I mean, it's super realistic too, and it's not our cartoon themed games. It's very realistic, so definitely check out that brand new game. But we got a large M winner, as we have Dago 11 over at Polar Lounge taking home $7. Now we got one more ball to give out this $8,000 jackpot, as it doesn't look like we're doing that, and we're moving on to an $11 must-go coverall prize, as we got Mikey Wins and Okie 2 balls away.
Absolutely. But if you guys want to stay up to date about everything Pilot Games, see those promos when we're releasing new ETAB games and everything under the sun that has to do with Pilot, give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. It's a great place to be, where you guys can keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, event details, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. But we do have our coverall winners.
Yeah, it's a split win between Okie over at VFW Spring Lake Park and Dago 11 over at Polar Lounge. Definitely 2 great winners on this first game of Twins Wednesday, and Twins Bingo. We do have a Twins Wednesday tonight, but we're in Twins Bingo right now. And good job to all the winners in this first game. We're about to get enrolled into a game number 2 with that jackpot continuing to grow. But let's talk about all of our live bingo, because we've hinted at that we're playing Twins Bingo right now. We play this all the way up till 1 o'clock. And we also tonight have a Twins Wednesday. But in between, we got some other great stuff, because after we get done with this Twins Bingo, we get into Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition that runs from 1 all the way till 4. We have a mega prize of $25,000 you could take home in 43 balls or less, a major prize of $3,305 you take home in 50 balls or less, and a minor prize that you take home $100 in 60 balls or less. That minor prize, we highlighted it during Jackpot during our Cup of Joe show.
That's right.
And it's definitely a great one. At 60 balls or less, it should be going out in those first few games.
Yeah, you guys definitely need to be ready right at 1 p.m. to try and take home that minor, as they give out multiple of them from that 1 to 4 span. And so definitely, guys, go check check out the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter. And it's what leads you right into our happy hour show, where we're back live with you guys from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. Right at 4 p.m., we get it kick-started off with that round of Lucky 4 Bingo that has over $30,225 on the line. Take it home in those lucky few numbers, and I think you guys will enjoy your night. But if it doesn't go out right at 4 p.m., you get another opportunity right at 6 p.m., and right in the middle of those, you have 23 rounds of the first chances at your games of Skull Bingo tonight. We're starting out the day with that line prize at $177 at 10 balls or less, a large frame at $6,594. You can take that home in 43 balls or less, and not to mention that coverall prize, we highlighted it earlier, it's at $16,803. You can take that home in 50 balls or less.
Yeah, definitely love that Skull Bingo, and you'll get some more opportunities of Skull Bingo after that second round of Lucky 4 Bingo.
That's right.
And that's going to be running from 6 to 7 and from 9 all the way till 10. And you'll still have a shot at that coverall, large frame, and line prize, whatever those jackpots sit at. But the ball counts never change, so you can still win them in those exact same ball counts that you just talked about. But tonight there is an interruption of Skull Bingo, and it's a great interruption, as it's a TwinsWinsDay running from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. Me and Jordy are going to be bringing some of the best PGL game action, some high-low games, some Vikings victory, some fishing derby, and even a little bit of Wipeout Blackout to end off our games. If you haven't played Wipeout Blackout, very similar to Skull Bingo, but kind of beach-themed, and it's got different jackpots available in it, so definitely come out for our TwinsWinsDay.
It's a lot of fun, and if you guys didn't know, last night we had a MegaSota game night. It's the first gaming night of the week, the biggest one actually, for you guys to take home some PGL points, and it happens each and every Tuesday at 6:40. They have their Jackpot Jungle coverall still, and it has not gone out, and so if you guys come out next Tuesday night in that grand finale game on a $1 card, you could take home $30,997 and 54 balls or less.
Yeah, I love MegaSota game night as well as TwinsWinsDay, our specialty nights, but we are in this second game of Wins Bingo. We got a $10 line prize, a large M of $10, and a coverall jackpot that if you win it in 52 balls or less, you'll be taking home $8,262. Already players 2 balls away on that line prize, as we're going to hop into some national days. And our first one is actually an international day. It's International Strange Music Day. International Strange Music Day on August 24th encourages people to listen to a type of music they don't usually listen to. Also a day to discover strange and bizarre kinds of music. Really cool stuff. We do have a winner on this line prize, as we got Loser Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park and Mikey over at Bootleggers splitting up that $10 line prize. Now we're working on that $10 large M.
Nicely done, and I've looked up some of the weirdest songs ever.
Okay, yeah, let's hear a few of those really, really weird songs.
Number 1, what does the fox say?
Yeah, I was really, I thought it was really funny when Siri would actually respond it to you, but very quickly that song outgrew it.
Yeah, it loses its funniness
yes.
very quickly. Pretty much anything by The Lonely Island.
Yes, that's 100% true.
Barbie Girl is considered a weird one.
Yeah, I guess that is a weird one, and the context that people will put it in is definitely weird as well. Do you think you'll see it in the Barbie and Ken movie?
Oh, absolutely. It'll probably be the introduction song.
Yeah, I would guess so.
Baby Shark. It is a weird one for how big it got.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to get as big. That's the thing, is that it just blew up in popularity. We do have Scrub Eye over at American Legion Fridley taking home that large M of $10, giving us a nice run up at this coverall of $8,000. We'll see if Lucky OP3 can take home the win, or Mikey, as they still are in line to be able to get it. But yeah, looks like still able to get the win right here. Let's see if it goes out. And it's not. Moving on to a must-go prize of $15, but Lucky OP3 was definitely close to winning that one.
But we got Mikey over at Bootleggers Piers taking home that $15 must-go prize. Nicely done to all of our winners in this game number 2. We're about to begin enrolled in game number 3. Next up, we have Gangnam Style.
Yeah, that's definitely a weird song.
Yeah, it was actually the most liked video on YouTube, reaching 1 billion views in 2012.
That is interesting.
I actually don't know this song, but it's called Dumb Ways to Die.
You don't know this song? There was a whole
No.
like game based off of it. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Yeah, I can't say that. I've heard it.
Yeah, it's iconic for me as a child. So I'm surprised. I'll have to show you the music to it because it is a strange one and it's kind of entertaining tune. I like it more than the other ones that you've listed off so far.
Banana by the Minions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
that's a
mean
strange
a
one.
masterpiece.
This one is called Scooby-Doo Papa.
Oh, cool. Released in 2018.
Yeah, well, those are some weird songs for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Crazy Frog.
Yeah, Crazy Frog's always that's the artist. Crazy Frog.
Axel F. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy Frog is the artist. Okay, so it's encouraging you to listen to music that you don't normally listen to. What genre of music do you listen to the least?
Country.
Country?
Yeah, I'd never listened to it.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I listen to the least as well. But when I've gotten into listening to country music, like there's been times in my life where I've listened to more country music than I normally do.
I agree.
And
okay, so
I've never disliked it all that much, and I would love to figure out like what kind of country music artists and stuff like that, what genre of country that I really would enjoy, because I'm sure there is a genre that I like.
Yeah. I'm sure there's definitely country songs out there that I've really enjoyed listening to. So maybe I'll change it. Maybe to like yodeling. Yodeling is something I never listened to.
Okay, yodeling.
Yeah.
Opera? I could listen to some opera. Those
I could
people's
definitely
voices
listen to
are really
opera.
impressive.
They're beautiful.
I would see, but I feel like that's more of a live experience that
Yes.
I would like to experience at some point in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely some fun stuff there. What do you now? Strange music. What kind of strange music do you think that you could
that I listen to?
You could try out on today.
I don't know.
I guess Dumb Ways to Die.
I guess that's first on the list.
That's first one on the list. Well, happy International Strange Music Day. Send in your strange music requests on today, and maybe us broadcasters will give it a listen while we're waiting for our happy hour and specialty night broadcast. So happy International Strange Music Day, and we're going to get into our next national day.
Absolutely. It is actually a state day and is National Maryland Day. On August 24th, we usher in the seventh state to join the Union with National Maryland Day. As Maryland's coastal location brings it a deeply rooted maritime heritage, it includes an ocean battle defending the city of Baltimore at Fort McHenry that during the War of 1812. One witness to action became so inspired that Francis Scott Key penned the words that later became our national anthem.
Ah, that's really, really cool stuff. Let's look up some Maryland fun facts and find out a little bit more about this state, as I know like nothing about Maryland. And yeah, we got some funny facts about Maryland.
All right.
And first up, Maryland, as we know it today, was named after Queen Henrietta Maria, the wife of King Charles I of England.
Very cool. Well, in 1632, the colony of Maryland was founded by Sir George Calvert, also known as Lord Baltimore.
Okay. Maybe that makes sense why there's Baltimore, Maryland. The state seal of Maryland was taken from Lord Baltimore's family crest. It includes their family motto, which is translated to manly deeds, womanly words. It generally quite unpopular now that beliefs are much more modern.
I was going to say, that's a weird phrasing.
Yeah.
But we have Jenny at Bootleggers, as well as Dago11 at Polar Lounge, and James, all splitting up that $10 line prize. Now we're working on a $10 large M.
Yeah, removing the weird wordings in it, I feel like it just means, like, be strong in your actions and kind in your words.
Yes.
That would be my my guess of it. Tourism information in Maryland often rephrases their motto as strong deeds, gentle words.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, so that's what they like to refer to.
Yes, Maryland is actually technically considered part of southern states. The Mason-Dixon line goes straight through Maryland and Pennsylvania. Up until the Civil War broke out in 1861, it hadn't been a problem, but in Maryland, loyalties were divided. Most of the population supported the Union, but some decided to fight for the Confederacy.
That is some crazy stuff to think about in a state being split in half. We do have Patty T over at Mad Jacks taking home $10 on that large M. As Loser Dave is in line to be able to take this one home. We'll see if he's one ball away when we reload this up. It doesn't look like it, but we'll see if we give it out right here. And we're moving on to a $15 Musco coverall prize. Andy's and Loser Dave are both 2 balls away. Now Loser Dave 1 ball away. But let's see. Anything else fun from Maryland? I want to find some funny facts. That's what I want to know.
We do have Mark over at Doc's Landing taking home $15 on that Musco prize. This was game number 3. We're about to begin enrolled in game number 4 now.
Now, these are the facts I wanted to hear about. The Maryland Gazette is the oldest continuously publishing newspaper in the United States and has been printing since 1727.
Very cool. Well, in 1784, the first ever hot air balloon ascension in the United States happened in Baltimore.
Yeah, the first female professor of medicine is from Maryland. Dr. Florence Renee Sabin graduated from Johns Hopkins School of Medicine in Baltimore in 1901.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
The first dental school in the United States was established in Baltimore in 1828 and named St. Francis Academy. It later became the Baltimore College of Dental Surgery in 1839.
Once named the greatest baseball player of all time, Babe Ruth was born in Baltimore, Maryland on February 6, 1895.
The refrigerator was actually one of the first things invented in Maryland. In 1803, a cabinet maker, engineer, and farmer named Thomas Moore found that he needed a way to transport butter from Georgetown to his home in Montgomery County, and so the humble icebox was created.
Oh, yeah. Edgar Allan Poe, even though he did claim sometimes that he was born in Maryland, in Baltimore, he wasn't actually, but he had strong ties to Maryland and spent most of his life there.
Absolutely. Actually, one of the first Ouija boards was ever created in Baltimore. The ghostly game was created by Elijah Bond and Helen Peters.
Oh, weird stuff.
That's funny.
And we're going to continue moving on. Happy National Maryland Day, as you guys got 1 minute and 30 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 4 of Twins Bingo. And next up on our National Day list is a great one. It's National Waffle Day. National Waffle Day on August 24th commemorates the anniversary of the first waffle iron patent issued. Celebrate by savoring your favorite kind of waffle.
What's your favorite kind of waffle?
Favorite kind of waffle? A good old chocolate chip waffle. That's what I'm gonna have to go with. And I'm definitely a huge waffle guy. I'm waffles over pancakes for sure.
Okay.
I think waffles are they're the perfect syrup. Perfect syrup food. It's got little tubs literally
to hold
the syrup. It's absolutely awesome. And if you decide to put in peanut butter too, you can absolutely put massive amounts of peanut butter and it tastes absolutely great. And so probably you get me a chocolate chip waffle, lather some peanut butter all over it, put some syrup on top of that peanut butter, and
that's your go-to?
That would be my waffle of choice.
Really? I thought you were going to say chicken and waffles.
Ooh, that's a good one as well. I love some good chicken and waffles. I haven't had some in a while, and so I need to go. Maybe when I head over to Minnesota, I'll get some chicken and waffles. As the last place we stopped at had some really good ones.
Absolutely. Now I think that my favorite type of waffle would have to be just like the classic plain Belgium, and then with the whipped cream, the berries, and maybe white chocolate chips on top. I feel like that would be my favorite kind of waffle to eat.
Yeah, that's definitely a great kind of waffle.
But my favorite time to eat a waffle is definitely a waffle cone.
Yeah. Let's talk about some tasty waffle facts.
All right. Well, we got $10 on that line and large M and $8,368 on that jackpot.
Yeah, and the founding father introduced more than just freedom. The waffle is not just a U.S. delicacy. It was birthed abroad and brought to the States by one of our founding fathers. Thomas Jefferson brought many novelties back from the 1789 Europe trip, including 4 waffle irons from Amsterdam.
We do have Snorky over at our place on 3rd, taking home that $10 line prize. Now we're working on a $10 large M.
Yeah, let's see if we can give out this large M nice and early so we can have a run up at this $8,000 jackpot.
Absolutely, but to corroborate the historian's findings regarding Thomas Jefferson's relationship with the waffle, note the origins of the word, as waffle actually comes from the Dutch word meaning wafer.
Ah, interesting. Okay, a fun fact for any sneakerhead, Nike's first pair of running shoes were inspired by waffles.
Very cool.
Yeah, legend has it co-founder Bill Bowman was having breakfast when he realized the grooves in the waffle iron would make a great mold for a running shoe. He had been searching for a way to make shoes lighter and faster and found inspiration from the iconic honeycomb pattern.
That's hysterical that the honeycomb sole in like Vans and sneakers are originated from the waffle.
Yeah, I mean, every shoe you see that kind of pattern on it. At least one of their shoes has that pattern on it. It's really cool stuff.
Well, Eggo's took waffles beyond the iron. The company introduced frozen waffles in 1953, bringing the breakfast food to freezers all across the United States. It was originally dubbed Froffles, and they were later renamed to Eggos, and the framed Lego My Eggo slogan was born.
That is awesome. We do have Andy's over at Blue Line Sports Bar and Grill taking home $10 in this game number 4 as we click past that coverall jackpot to a $16 must-go coverall prize. We'll see who can get the win as we got 3 players 2 balls away. But
Eggo's founders were originally mayonnaise moguls, but didn't look back after introducing the iconic frozen waffle.
That's awesome
and that
stuff.
became their niche.
I mean, so many people grew up on Eggos. We do have a winner on that coveralls. We got Dago11 over at the Polar Lounge taking home that $16 must-go coverall prize. Good stuff there. I just celebrated National Waffle Day probably 2 days ago. I had a late night snack of waffles where I made myself up some frozen waffles that were they were the Kodiak frozen waffles, and they were super tasty.
Did you have the blueberry one?
No, I had the vanilla one.
Ooh.
Yes, it was super tasty, and part of the reason of picking out the vanilla one is that it smells up the entire house when you cook it, and so it smelled really good in the house, and it tasted just as good.
Oh, it smelled so good.
Yeah. Well, let's see. A Waffle House sells millions of waffles a year, with the restaurant declaring itself as the major waffle chain in the country. The southern chain has been around for decades and has sold nearly 9 million waffles and counting. Waffle House broke it down and determined it sells 145 waffles a minute. It could be because the waffle is the most popular item on its menu and one of the most affordable breakfasts it offers.
Absolutely.
That is really cool stuff. Definitely some fun facts about waffles on today.
Absolutely, but we have one last national day to get into as you guys get enrolled in game number 5, and that is National Peach Pie Day. On August, National Peach Pie Day is observed annually on August 24th. We celebrate this mouth-watering dessert during the heart of the peach harvest season. Don't forget an a la mode.
Yeah, definitely some fun stuff on today as peach pie is super tasty.
Absolutely. I could definitely go for some peach pie. I'm pretty hungry by now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready for some lunch. Haven't had lunch yet, so I'm definitely ready to eat a little bit. But peach pie could definitely fill that up as it's nice, sweet, and a good fruit pie.
Absolutely. Slap a little bit of ice cream on there, and I am sold.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff. I tried to look up if there's any peach pie fun facts, but it doesn't look like anybody's made any peach pie fun fact list. We can find out a little bit more about peach pie. And do peaches have to be peeled for peach pie? And bakers prefer to remove the skins from peaches when using them for pie filling. There you go. There's your answer right there.
I could have told you. It's definitely a lot better when you remove the skin. It's kind of like an apple pie. Like, you can leave the skin on your apple slices, but a lot of people prefer to skin them.
I can understand that one. Now, what's the difference between peach pie and peach cobbler?
Peach cobbler has more of that streusel topping.
Okay.
And it's baked in almost like a casserole dish. And a peach pie has the traditional peach or the traditional pie crust, and it's yeah,
super tasty. I mean, they seem similar to me. We do have our prizes in this game number 5. We got a line prize of, let's see, $11, a large M of $11, and a coverall jackpot of $8,428. We'll see if we can give it out in 52 balls or less. You finding out something?
Yeah, a cobbler has the peaches on the bottom and the crust on top with the streusel, and the pie has the crust on the bottom and the topping.
Ah, that's super tasty stuff.
I would eat any of them.
Yeah.
But we got a winner, and that's Brenda over at Corky's Bar in South Haven, loser Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park. Both of them are splitting up that $11 line prize. Now we're working on an $11 large M and an $8,428 jackpot.
Yeah, but as you guys are working on this, we got a little bit of Twins news to get into, and they are 62 and 59. And instead of talking about that very disappointing game where we ended up losing, we'll talk about some other disappointing news, and that's that the Minnesota Twins will have to push for a postseason spot without their most electric player for at least the next 10 days.
Really?
Byron Buxton was placed on the 10-day injured with right hip strain on Tuesday. The team announced he's exited Monday's game with the injury, and manager Rocco Baldelli acknowledged it is something Buxton has been playing through for some time. He had a few things go on where where you could tell he wasn't feeling it. Baldelli told MLB.com after Monday's game. Over the last few days, he has been in a spot where he's been on the verge of not being able to go out there, not being able to swing or run. But if he's continued to post up and continued to go out there and play at not a high percentage of what he can normally do physically.
We do have loser Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park taking home that $11 large M. We got B Sunny 3 balls away to try and take home this jackpot, but yeah, it kind of feels like they should have had him resting and recovering sooner.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the right decision is for a player and everything like that, because there's so much wear and tear that goes on in a over 100 game season.
Yeah.
And so you probably feel like you're hurt a lot of the time, and then you try and play through it, and then it's the one time that it is actually an injury, and you have to sit out. So we do have a winner though on that coverall. Before we talk a little bit more about this injury.
That's right. We got Katie taking home that $17 must-go prize. This was game number 5. We're about to begin enrolled in game number 6 with that jackpot rolling and growing on over to the next game.
Oh, yeah. But I think the big thing is that we don't want him at 30%. We want him at 100%. And so whatever it takes, sit him out for as long as he needs to be able to get fully ready, because if we want to be competitive in the playoffs, we talk about making a playoff push without him. Yeah, we'll need to do that. If we can make the playoffs, he's definitely a difference maker at 100% in those playoffs. So we hope for that. And today our Twins are going to have to do it without him, as they are taking on the Astros at 7:10 p.m. But we played them pretty close last game. It was a 4-2 loss for us.
Okay.
So it wasn't too bad of a loss, but we definitely could use a win or two.
We could definitely use a win or two. So if you guys want to show some support and give a little extra help for the Twins, you can play our awesome E-Tab game, Twins Win. You can see the logo right above us.
Oh, yeah.
And so definitely go check that out, and check out that not the slap shot bonus round. It's the Home Run Derby bonus round, where you get to pick the lucky batter and take home some Grand Slam prizes.
Yeah, definitely some fun stuff. But we can get into some lunchtime bingo standings, since that's what you guys are earning points for right now. You guys are right now getting rolled into game number 6. I can't believe already 6 out of these 10 games getting going. But we do have our Twiking Zone standings. And on the player side, getting bumped back from 9th into 10th, we got Juicy Loser at VFW Columbia Heights with 44,000 points. Juicy Loser had just passed up T-Bone yesterday, but T-Bone passed him up again, moving from 10th into 9th over at Poppers with 45,000 points. With 62,000 points in 8th place, we got Tez over at Poppers. 7th place is Red over at American Legion Fridley with 79,000 points. With 87,000 points in 6th place, we got Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant. 5th place is Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 109,000 points. With 111,000 points in 4th place, we got Mikey Wins over at Steve O's. 3rd place is Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine with 127,000 points. With 129,000 points in 2nd place, we got Simbob over at Corky's Bar over at Bedrock. And in 1st place, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 140,000 points. Definitely some great stuff there for some really big-time players.
Oh, absolutely. Well, on the location side of things, right in 10th place, we got Floppy Crappie at Pokegama Township with 50,000 points. Then with 52,000 points in 9th place, it's Cooper's Restaurant in Egan. 8th place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 79,000 points. With 86,000 in 7th place, it's Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. 6th place, though, is Our Place on 3rd and Faribault was sitting with 105,000 points. Then with 141,000 in 5th place, it's VFW Blaine. 4th place is Poppers in Virginia with 169,000 points. Then with 222,000 points in 3rd place, it's Corky's Bar in South Haven. 2nd place is American Legion Fridley with 281,000, and then with 365,000 points in 1st place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park.
Yeah, great job to all those players and locations, killing it during this season. We'll see if they can make any movement during the games that we're playing right now. But in the game that we're in right now, we got a $12 line prize, $12 large M, and $8,491 on our coverall. Really fun stuff, as we already got B Sunny in 1st place. We'll see. Hopefully it's going to be a sunny day for you over at Steve O's and Crystal.
Absolutely, but there it is. I want to win at VFW or Spring Lake Park, taking home that $12 large or line prize. Just yesterday, there was about 3 to 4 different players with different variations about wanting to be Loser Dave. There was I want to be Dave. Oh my goodness, there were so many of them. There was just a whole bunch of people, and they all started winning.
Really?
It was so funny.
I guess just add Dave to your name, and it adds a little bit of luck. But we do have a e-tab that we'd love to talk about. This is outside of our live bingo and just on those iPads that you guys love to play on. And the e-tab we're listening to right now is Wild Walleye, a great fishing theme game where you take home some really good prizes. But if that's not up to your speed, we got over 50 different Charitable e-tab games that you can play at any time. Win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games as well.
Absolutely. They're a lot of fun for you guys to check out. There's so many different themes for you guys. I guarantee you'll find something you like. But
okay, favorite e-tab game right now?
Right now, I'll have to go with... Oh my goodness, you're putting me on the spot.
Yeah, I really did. I'll do mine. Lots of Loons. It's the newest e-tab game. It's the easy pick for my favorite, but it's still new enough that I'm like, yeah, lots of Loons. That's a sick game right now.
I'm going to have to go with Later Gator.
Okay, that's another really, really good, fun game. Definitely check out all of our e-tabs and find out which one you will get a little bit of luck at. But some music in history, and we got some fun ones on today.
That's right. And in 1967, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and George Harrison, Maharaji Mahesh Yogi, when they were attending his lecture at the Hilton Hotel in Park Lane, London. Before I go any further about it, we do have a winner. Large
M going out to B Sunny over at Steve O's, $12. As Andy's over at Blue Line Sports Bar and Grill is taking that $18 coverall prize. Good job to all of our winners in this game number 6. We're about to be getting enrolled into a game number 7, so continue to get enrolled and press play.
That's right, but after meeting Maharaji Mahesh Yogi, they later traveled to India and studied the transcendental meditation with the Maharaji, and experience that informs many of their songs on the White Album. Yeah,
really cool stuff. This is definitely a John music day in history.
Yes.
As I think I've heard him talk about the White Album before.
Oh, I'm sure. Just yesterday on this music day in history, John Lennon thought he saw a UFO outside of his New York apartment.
Yes.
And in further inspection and reading up about it, there was multiple police calls.
Yes.
Like
About-
multiple sightings of it. Maybe he wasn't. And he said that he was completely sober, even though at that time that's when he was struggling with substances.
Yeah.
But he says that he was 100% sober during the sighting.
Yeah, I don't think it's that crazy for someone to say they spot out a UFO though. Like, because it's like there's so many planes and different like
But he claimed it was a
helicopters
saucer,
and-
a circular saucer with white lights around the edges and a red light on top.
Yeah.
And it made no sound. He could hear the traffic down below. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. I mean, like, I just think there's a lot of explanations and things that could have happened that like
I
made
believe
that
him.
happen.
I believe him.
Aliens from outer space game.
Yes.
No, I mean, if you just look at they used in X-Men First Class, they used a plane that it actually exists and just repainted it to look like their spacecraft in it. And so, like, we create stuff that looks like spacecrafts and stuff like that. So I just wouldn't be surprised if it was man-made, not alien. Next up on this music day in history, and this one's very minimally music, but it's super funny. In 1995, Microsoft launches the Windows 95 operating system. The startup music is composed by Brian Eno, and a pioneer in ambient music, who in 1978 released an album designed to soothe travelers at airports called Ambient One: Music for Airports.
I know somebody who needs it.
Yeah. We just had a buddy that we went on a flight with.
Yes, I had
and
to talk to him for the entire 2.5-hour duration of our flights because he was panicking.
Yeah, he definitely needed someone to talk to. But that's fun stuff. Brian Eno, I mean, that window sound, I think a lot of people can remember.
I can hear it now.
And so definitely some fun fun stuff there that was released in 1995.
Absolutely, but there is something super fun that all of you guys out there could be doing right now, and that's signing up at PGL.world. Once you're a member of the Pilot Gambling League, you'll be able to compete against each other for those PGL points, as well as get access to insider information like a monthly newsletter. The past couple weeks were crucial for you guys to sign up, as it released all of our information and registration about our annual event, PyCon. Since then, it is sold out. It's happening September 15th at the Ledge Amphitheater in Waite Park with legendary musical guest ZZ top performing. But don't worry, guys, if you can't make it out or missed your opportunity at getting registered and getting your spot reserved, you can go out to any bar or restaurant and play some Pilot games where we'll be live streaming all day long.
Yeah, and I think you get a little bit of an advantage then, because all the big players are over at PyCon,
Yep.
and they're not playing, getting the wins, and so there's your opportunity
Take home
to
some
go out there,
cash.
get a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, your competition has been cut in half, so
Probably over half.
yeah, I mean, I would hope that it's less than half, to be honest. I hope we have more than 3,000 iPads out there going.
Yes, but we do have our first winner in this round, number 7, as Juicy Loser at VFW Columbia Heights is taking home that $12 line prize.
Yeah, now we're working on a $12 large gem as well as an $8,552 coverall jackpot. But some players that just got signed up at PGL.world is Nico, Linda, Squirrel, Hot Squirrel, Atomic Jaffe, Renee Baby, Mad Mike, River 619, Andy's, Auntie Angie. We actually saw Andy's just get a win earlier today. MX Brielle, Willie 2528, 1337 Meh, Sandra D, Space Dust, Gottwald, and Sherry W.
That is some great stuff. Everybody, welcome to the Pilot Gambling League. Love to see it. And hopefully you guys come out tonight for our Wild Wednesday. It's a Twins Wednesday tonight.
Yes, it
and
is.
that's happening at 7 p.m. And that's your opportunity at taking home some PGL points. Just last night, we had our MegaSota game night happening at 6:40 each and every Tuesday. So definitely go check that out. But tonight is your next opportunity at trying to get into these top 10 standings.
Yeah, we just had some shakeups last night, and in 10th place on the player side of the PGL standings, we got Bucks over at Rustic Saloon, who actually got bumped back from 8th with 349,000 points. With 353,000 points in 9th place, moving from unranked to this box, you got Yak 2102 over at the Riverbend Bar and Grill. Before we get into 8th place, we do have a winner on that large M.
Yeah, we got B Sunny as well as Patty TTT, both splitting up that $12 large M. We got 2 balls to go before moving past this jackpot.
Come on, jackpot, go out right here. No, it doesn't look like it. Moving on to a must-go prize of $18. And in 8th place on the PGL standings, getting bumped back from 7th, we got Diesel over at Eagle St. James with 358,000 points. Getting bumped back from 6th in the 7th, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 391,000 points. With 404,000 points in 6th place, moving from unranked to this spot, but is a big-time player, it's Nixon at VFW Roseville. But before we get into that top 5, we have a winner.
That's right. Snorky at our place on 3rd is taking home that $18 must-go prize in this game number 7. We're about to be getting rolled in game number 8.
Yeah, only 3 more opportunities to take home this jackpot, so make sure you're getting rolled and press and play. But top 5 in the PGL standings, getting bumped back from 3rd into 5th, we got Keeves over at Clearwater Corners with 444,000 points. With 444,000 points, but just 100 points ahead of him in 4th place. Moving up from 5th, we got Devoided over at the Roadside. 3rd place, moving up from 4th into 3rd, we got Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 476,000 points. 2nd place is Keith over at Beeza West with 493,000 points. And with 617,000 points in 1st place, we got Forget You D at VFW Austin.
Absolutely. And on the location side of things in the PGL standings, we start off in 10th with Corner Pocket and Rice with 1,165,000 points. With 1,177,000 points in 9th place, it's American Legion Fridley. 8th place is Clancy's on Island Lake in Park Rapids with 1,206,000. With 1,243,000 points in 7th place, it's Rusty Nail, Thief River Falls. 6th place is Billy's Rockford sitting with 1,266,000. With 1,416,000 in 5th place, it's Miltona Liquor Store. 4th place is VFW Northfield sitting with 1,583,000. With 1,811,000 in 3rd place, it's Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud. 2nd place is Mabel Liquor Store sitting with 1,963,000. And with 2,080 points officially in that 2 million point club, in 1st place, it is Poppers in Virginia.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there for those locations. Really killing it during this season. But speaking of someone who's been killing it, we got a goalie that we need to talk about for our Wild, and it's actually not Marc-Andre Fleury.
Really?
Yes, Marc-Andre Fleury, unquestionably the #1 goalie for our Minnesota Wild entering the 2022-23 season. But he is getting a little bit long in the tooth, and retirement is in the future. But we have a really nice prospect that could be filling in for him, and Jesper Wallstedt made his case. The 19-year-old Swedish goalie, the Wild drafted 20th overall in 2021, stopped 125 of 133 shots he faced in 5 games for the Swedish national team at the World Junior Championship in Alberta, Canada. He stopped 21 of 23 shots against Germany, 38 of 41 shots against the USA, 12 of 13 shots against Latvia, 27 of 28 shots against Finland, and 27 out of 28 shots against Czechia. Definitely a really good statistic for him. 8 goals in 5 games translates to a 1.62 goals against average and a .939 save percentage. No goalie posted better numbers in both statistics, and he was named the top goalie in the tournament.
That is insane.
Yeah, I mean, a great weekend for him, a confidence booster for the
Absolutely.
19-year-old, and I really hope that we'll be able to see him in a Wild uniform stopping up that goal just as well as he did in these junior championships.
Absolutely. That is going to be some really exciting stuff. But if you guys want to show some support for the Wild in the meantime, you can play the awesome eTab game that we've teamed up with them for. Let's go Wild. You can check out the slap shot bonus round in this game, and it's going to be a lot of fun when you guys get to take home some awesome prizes.
Yeah, I love that eTab game. Super fun stuff. But we got some really fun prizes in this game number 8 of Twins Bingo. We got a $12 line prize, $12 large M, and $8,612. And winning the line prize,
We got Nan at Corky's Bar in South Haven taking home that $12 line prize. Nicely done. You were on a roll. I was just going to let you announce it.
Yes, I know. I realized that once I said it, but it was kind of like, boom, and then, yeah, it just, was missed. It's like a missed
That's
high
okay.
five right there. We do got our fishery report to get into, and we're checking in with a Walker and Leech Lake. This was done by Explore Minnesota on August 18th, and fishing on Leech Lake remains constantly good. Leeches and night crawlers working in 10 to 14 feet of water in areas such as Cedar Point, Sand Point, and Breezy Point have been productive, especially during the morning and evening hours. On the main lake, pull spinners and crawlers through 12 to 15 feet of water for walleye. The edge of Big Rock Huddles and Annex Reefs have offered the most consistent action. Smallmouth bass are also active in these areas, responding to swim bait and leeches under a bobber on top of the reef with boulders. In the evening, troll a number 7 shad wrap in crayfish or purple through these areas for lots of fun, fast action. Water temperatures are in the high 60s.
That should be some really exciting stuff. But super exciting is we got B, Sunny over at Steve-O's, Katie at Mahoo's Grill and Bar, both splitting up that $12 large M. Nicely done. We just moved past that jackpot. We have $18 on that must-go prize now with Katie, Tez, Andy, and Patty TTT all 2 balls away.
Yeah, we'll see if we can give this one out. And there it is. We got a winner, as it's Katie over at McHugh's Grill and Bar, taking it home $18. Good job getting the double win for Katie, as well as Nan taking home that $12 line prize in this game number 8. We're about to be getting rolled into our second to final game of Twins Bingo, game number 9. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play so you have a shot at taking home a great jackpot. And if you do so, we got something you need to do.
That's right. We want to see you guys taking a player picture out there, whether you're holding up a big jackpot, your favorite E-Tab game, or just your best buddies out there next year while you play Pilot games. We want to see it. You can send in all those awesome player pictures directly to us on jackpots@pilotgames.com by emailing it. You can send it directly to our Facebook page or posting it anywhere on your social medias with the hashtag PilotGames.
Yeah, definitely love those player picks. And I am so happy that our Viking season is back in action, having preseason action. The game day opener is going to be happening really soon. And speaking of the game day opener, the Vikings are expecting to receive some reinforcements for their season opener, as Kevin O'Connell expects tight end Irv Smith Jr. and rookie cornerback Andrew Booth Jr. to recover from their injuries to play in the September 11th showdown with the Green Bay Packers.
That is going to be super, super exciting to see. That is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm just happy that we got, we'll get those guys nice and healthy. Irv Smith Jr., a red zone threat, super good stuff, and could really help us get a win in this very first game.
Absolutely. But in the meantime, if you guys want to show some support for the Vikings, you can play our awesome E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. Even pick a lucky letter in that skull bonus round to take home some big prizes.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. And you guys got 1 minute and 30 seconds to get enrolled in this 9th game of Twins Bingo. We got $8,686 of total prizes. This should be a fun one. And we got a fun celebrity birthday list to get into.
That's right. In the first one in 1899, we have Jorge Luis Borges. He is the Argentine writer of fiction and essays and did The Labyrinths.
Ah, cool stuff. Let's see if he did anything else that we'll know. Yeah, he did short story, essayist, poet, translator, and key figure in Spanish language and international literature. Yeah, he did a lot of different works throughout his time, and won quite a few awards doing it as well.
Absolutely. He won a National Book Critics Circle Award for critical writing, nonfiction. He's gotten so many. He's got the Special Edgar's Award.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of different book awards. So happy birthday, Jorge Luis Borges. Next up, born in 1950, we got Tim White, an American pathologist best known for leading the team which discovered Ardi, the type specimen of Ardipithecus ramidus, a 4.4 million year old likely human ancestor. That's really cool. Yeah.
He's also a paleoanthropologist.
Paleoanthropologist. That's really cool. Yeah, those, it is a species, that, was unlike modern humanoids, has adaptions for both walking on two legs and life in the trees. So it's a little bit of that in between
Primate.
kind of deal.
Very cool.
That's really interesting. I'm glad they no longer exist, though.
Well, we are in this game number 9. We have $18 on that line and large M, and we got $8,714 on that jackpot. But there we have a line prize winner.
TC13, as well as a few other players. We got Donnie. Yeah, TC13. Katie. Patty TTT. All splitting up $18 on that line prize. Now working on an $18 large M as we continue talking about some celebrity birthdays.
Yeah, in 1952, we have Mike Shanahan, the American football coach for the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, he's a big-time NFL coach. He's also the father to Kyle Shanahan, who is the 49ers head football coach and is widely regarded as one of the better head football coaches in the entire NFL. But he coached in the National Football League from 1995 to 2004, and I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up with a gold jacket at the end of it.
Very cool stuff. Yeah, he even coached the Washington Commanders at some point.
Yeah, he's actually a finalist for the 2023 Hall of Fame to get into Cam.
Very cool. We do have Miller over at Muddy Cow Shakopee taking home that large M of $18. And we got a nice run-up at this jackpot right now.
Yeah, he won the Super Bowl as a receivers coach in 1984, but then was promoted to offensive coordinator from 1985 to 87. The Shanahan called Elway-led Broncos made 2 Super Bowl appearances.
Come on, Gene, 2 balls away. Let's try and make it happen.
We'll see if we can give out this prize right here, right now, and it doesn't look like it will. We're moving on to a $27 must-go coverall prize as we got Gene and Andy's both 1 ball away.
I thought Gene was going to take it home. We gave out that large M on ball 40.
Wow, gave us a really, really nice run-up for this one. But as you're working on that one, next up on our celebrity birthday list, born in 1957, we got Stephen Fry, an English comedian, writer, and actor, part of Blackladder and QI.
We got KK Joe over at Heidi's Bar and Gene over at Bootlegger, splitting up that $27 must-go prize. Nicely done to all of our winners in this game number 9. We're about to be getting rolled in our final game of game number 10.
Oh, yeah, but he's in so much more than that, as he's in the new Sandman that just was released, V for Vendetta, the Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. in them. He's in the show Bones. He's in the Hobbit movies.
I think a lot of these he helped produce.
Oh, okay. I know there's a few that he's in because I recognize him very clearly as an actor.
Oh, for sure.
He's been in a lot of different things throughout his times. I don't know him as a main actor, like as the main character, but I do remember him in there. I want to see, is he in the Harry Potter?
No, he narrates audiobooks for him.
That's cool. Happy birthday, Stephen Fry.
Yeah, next up, in 1960, we got Cal Ripken Jr., the American Baseball Hall of Fame shortstop. He has an MLB record consecutive game streak with the Baltimore Orioles.
That is so impressive. I mean, being able to play as many games as he did in a row, and his nickname was the Iron Man. That makes sense because he just never got hurt. But yeah, he is a 19-time All-Star and was twice named American League Most Valuable Player. He played 2,632 consecutive games. Surpassing the previous streak that was 2,130 games, which stood for 56 years before that and was deemed unbreakable.
That's insane.
So he beat an unbreakable record.
Good for him. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Next, happy birthday, Cal Ripken Jr. Next up, born in 1965, we got Marlene Matlin, an American actress and the only deaf performer to win an Academy Award. She was in Children of Lesser God.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think that's so impressive. I mean,
absolutely.
Being deaf and then being able to get an Academy Award, definitely a huge
Oh, I know her.
Huge thing. But she's been in more than just what we talked about.
Yeah, I know her from Switched at Birth.
Okay. I haven't seen that one. I might have seen her in Quantico. I watched a little bit of Quantico when it first came out.
So did I.
I think I watched the first season, then I just lost track of it.
She's in a whole bunch. Well, that's some awesome stuff. She was also in Nip and Tuck and some other great stuff.
Yeah, she was also part of the 2016 Super Bowl kickoff show.
Very cool.
Yeah, happy birthday, Marlene Martin.
Next up in 1977, we got John Green, the American author known for Our Fault in Our Stars, Looking for Alaska, you name it, he wrote it.
Yeah, he's wrote a lot of different books.
Paper Plane Towns.
Now he does like TikToks.
Really?
Yeah, he does a bunch of TikToks with stuff. Him and his brother do a bunch of TikToks.
That's very comical.
And it's hard to tell the difference between him and his brother because they look just alike.
That's really funny.
Yeah, so it's really entertaining. But yeah, a big-time author that's done a lot of really, really popular books. Next up, born in 1986, Arian Foster, an American football running back who played for the Houston Texans and Miami Dolphins and was probably one of my favorite running backs in the NFL at one point.
Very cool stuff. And our final celebrity birthday in 1988, we have Rupert Grint, the English actor from Harry Potter.
Yeah, he plays...
Ron.
Yeah, Ron Weasley. Definitely great stuff there. The Harry Potter series, iconic. He's one of those actors that I don't know if I've ever seen him in anything other than the Harry Potter series.
I've seen him in one other thing. He was in a movie, but we do have a line prize winner.
Yeah, MD Mailman over at VFW Spring Lake Park taking home the last $18 line prize in this Wednesday Twins Bingo. After this game, we'll be getting into some Jackpot 125-cent edition. But we do have a new Minnesota State Fair food that we'd love to go over before we leave you guys off.
That's right, and it's the French Meadow vegan entrees with their earth sliders and meatball sliders with marinara. The English sliders are marinated, battered, and crispy fried chicken patties, topped with pickles that have been marinated in turmeric, onion, garlic, and served on a grilled bun. The meatball and marinara are Italian herb-seasoned meatballs browned and sauteed in a homemade garlic and oregano red marinara sauce, topped with plant-based Parmesan and fresh parsley, served on a slice of grilled sourdough bread.
Oh, tasty, tasty stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, both of those entrees are vegan, and you can find them over at the French Meadow Bakery and Cafe over at the north side of Carnes Avenue between Nelson and Underwood Street.
Absolutely. I know. I'd be going there.
Yeah, super, super tasty stuff. We do have some movies that were released on today, and it's a pretty relaxed movie day.
Well, in 2007, The Nanny Diaries were released.
Yeah, this is a movie that I have not seen, but stars a big-time actress in Scarlett Johansson, Chris Evans. You got Paul. Do you know how to say his last name?
No.
Guy Madi. That would be my best
The Big
guess.
Fat Liar.
Yeah, the guy from Big Fat Liar. We do have Tez over at Poppers taking home the win on that one. But maybe something I'll need to watch with how big of a cast it is.
Yeah, Alicia Keys is even in it.
Yeah.
But next up in 2007, we also have Mr. Bean's Holiday.
Yeah, a good Mr. Bean movie. And I haven't seen actually any of the Mr. Bean movies.
I have such disdain for Mr. Bean now because we have a Mr. Bean mask here at the office, if you guys didn't know. And it gives me
And
the
Will just put it
heebie-jeebies.
on a piñata.
And it's like
in
staring
the
at
middle
you.
of the office. It's just out there in the middle of the office. And so
horrible.
you'll just walk around, turn a corner, and you got Mr. Bean staring right in your face. It's absolutely terrifying. But we do have a final winner in this game of Twins Bingo as T-Bone over at Poppers in Virginia is taking home $27. Good job to all the winners in all 10 games of Twins Bingo that we just played. We're about to be getting into some Jackpot 125-cent edition, but before we do so, we got a player we need to talk about.
That's right, and taking home the largest jackpot of this past weekend, a whopping $18,372. It was Mad Dog playing over at Boudreaux's Bar 2. While playing at Boudreaux's Bar 2, along with all the other players at that location, they support the Granite City Lumberjacks, Inc. Their mission is to provide an atmosphere that will enhance the development of top junior hockey players from around the world.
Oh yeah, well enjoy a little bit of Jackpot 125-cent edition, and remember, when you play Pilot Games, your community wins.
See you guys.
There it is, 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.